Hello, my name is Tammy Taylor with the SIUE Career Development Center. Today I want to chat briefly about sustainability-friendly virtual internships. I'd like to begin by talking about what sustainability is and specifically sustainability friendly, because these are questions that we do get on a regular basis. Essentially, what sustainability is, that's you and I finding ways today to meet our needs without compromising future generations' ability to meet their needs. When I think of sustainability, I also think of a three-pronged goal setting method. First and foremost, I think organizations, units of government, corporations will think of profit first and foremost whenever creating goals and setting initiatives. But in order to be sustainability friendly, we need to take a look at three prongs in the goal setting: profit, planet, and people. And in order to be sustainability friendly, we need to embrace a continuous pursuit of those three prongs by being financially responsible, socially responsible, environmentally responsible, and we need to make those values part of who we are, part of our core. Others notice the effort. Your employers are going to notice it. The community is going to notice it. And those of us who are in public sector jobs or nonprofits, our business is the community. Our business is people. And so by showing others that we are really sustainability friendly, that's going to show that we really are sticking to what our values should be. One of the things you can also do is take a look at who the leaders are in your field. Who are those organizations that have these wonderful sustainability projects? What are they doing? Maybe you can do some research on some of that. You also may be wondering how you can become a leader. How can you become a leader in sustainability in your area? First and foremost, you just got to get started. One of the things that you can do is you can work with a student intern who is really passionate about sustainability. If you find a student who has that passion, they're going to come in and they're going to be excited about doing some of that research for you, about creating projects, about collaborating with community partners. Virtual internships. We need to think about those a little bit different than on-ground location because it's not about the location. Virtual internships typically are internships that students can do from anywhere. One of the things that a virtual intern would be able to do is conduct research on some of those projects. One of the things they can do is take a look at what some of the similar communities would be doing in organizations. Look at organizations that may be similar in size or demographics. Not only is that going to give you an idea or ideas about projects or initiatives that you could be working on, but it's also going to give you an idea on feasibility. Because if you're looking at communities that are similar, you're going to be able to look at, okay, how many people do they have? What is their staffing? Do they have the ability to make it successful based off of human manpower? And financially, do they have the budget for that? And if an organization or community similar to yours is able to do it successfully, maybe you would be as well. Another idea that an intern can help you with is connecting with larger social or environmental change organizations. One example is Habitat for Humanity. Now, as an organization or a community, you may not be the ones who are actually working with Habitat to do the site builds and such. However, you could be the one who connects local partners to partner with someone like Habitat where they can work on some of those social change efforts. So a intern, what they could do, they could come in and they can reach out to Habitat, they could go talk to some different people in your community, maybe civic organizations, churches, maybe find some interest on who would have the interest and ability to take on such an initiative. So that would be a great way to partner with some of the local organizations as well. Also, within the conducting of the research of the projects, the interns can create budgets for the projects. They can create spreadsheets, databases of the partners that they're locating, not only the bigger partners, but the local community partners as well. So again, what we're doing with virtual internships, we're trying to think outside of that box a little bit and try to find things that as an organization or as a unit of government that you need or you would like to do, but maybe you don't have time to do on your own. And bringing in an intern who has experience in this, who has a passion about, has learned about it in class, may be just the answer that you're looking for. A few more ideas for a virtual intern. One would be to enhance or create your website for sustainability. You may already have a website, and if you do, that's something that they can manage. The students, tell you what, they are phenomenal when it comes to social media, website design, because they are on the cutting edge and they know this technology today like, quite frankly, I don't know. I mean, they are just really, really good at that. And if you can bring in an intern, someone who really knows how to do all this stuff and they're passionate about it, it makes sense to do that. The websites, they can be based off of what you as a unit of government or as an organization are doing personally, the initiatives that you have going, or they could also be community centered where you could be saying, okay, these are initiatives that you can do at home to really help with sustainability initiatives like recycling or things of that nature. And again, the interns, they could go on, they could do research on what some of those initiatives may be to put on your website. If you are looking for maybe some bigger, more socially or people-focused initiatives, you could look at perhaps creating some sort of a food or clothing drive, maybe some sort of a homelessness initiative. Students can work with all of that. They can coordinate it, they can design it, they can pull the people together. Some of the, if you're looking at some more of the planet-friendly focused initiatives, you can maybe look at trash pickup days, recycling initiatives, community gardens. Those are becoming more and more popular. And they're not only fun to work with, they're beautiful, people enjoy it, it gets people together. Something else that you could do a walk to the square day where people aren't driving their cars to the squares, they're walking. Little things like that all make a big difference. You may not think that they do, but they really do. How can you find an intern? First and foremost, you can contact Dr. Price Burlock or myself, and we can lead you through the process. Now, if you're wanting to post a position to get an internship through the Career Development Center, this is what we're going to ask of you. First and foremost, you really need to think about what it is that you want help with in your organization and what level of involvement do you want the intern to be with. So whenever, think about it this way. If you're wanting an intern to do some of those research projects for you, do you want them to collect all that information and then hand it to you so that you can run with it? Or do you want them to collect that information and be involved in the process? So you need to think about how involved you want the interns to be. And then I want to ask you to create a really detailed job description. And I want you to think virtually, because these are things that the student is going to be doing virtually. First and foremost, the position needs to be major related and career focused. In order for, basically what the concept of an internship is that a student is taking what they learn in the classroom and they're taking that to the career. They're getting a chance to try out, get hands-on experience on things that they're learning in class. It's experiential education. So we want everything to be major related and career focused. Think about the meaningful projects that you can get students involved in. Because in order for a student to really gain that major related career focused experience, they need to have meaningful projects, things that they would be doing in a professional setting. Think about the details of the job functions and the position goals that you want them to be involved with. Also think about collaboration opportunities. If a student is creating these spreadsheets and coming up with all these initiatives, perhaps allow them to sit in on the meetings that you're going to have with the community partners. Let them be involved. At this point, you know, if it's a virtual internship, the student could be involved in Zoom meetings. They can be involved in any of those interfaces that are virtual, and let them be involved in those types of things. Let them see what their efforts are actually doing for the community. Think about the supervision component. One of the key components in an internship is that the student would have meaningful, continuous supervision. We don't want a student to come in and say, okay, here's a project, I want you to do it, and let me know when you're done. That's not what we want at all. We want the supervisor to be a mentor to the student, to teach the student you know, hey, these are things that you're doing really well, or these are some things that you can improve upon. Give them feedback, help them improve. Also think about the learning objectives, what you expect the student to learn from your experience. Not only what's in it for you and for the local community, but what's in it for the student as well. Because again, the internship really needs to be an extension of the classroom while providing a service to you and providing students a chance to really get in there, get their hands dirty, and learn a little bit more about their profession. Next, it's going to be time to post your position. What are the benefits to you and of the intern for posting a position and having a student involved to you? You're going to be able to offer meaningful, sustainability-friendly initiatives that maybe you wouldn't have had a chance to do before because, first of all, it frees time of full-time employees to work on some of these things. It may also give you a chance to collaborate with others in your community that maybe you wouldn't have had time to do had you not had an intern. Also, if you get in there and you come up with some really enriching community initiatives, you may become known as a leader in your area. And to the student, some of the benefits to the student are it's going to be a major or career-related opportunity that's going to really help them solidify their career goals. They're going to have a chance to be involved in some meaningful projects and experiences that are going to connect what they're learning from the classroom and bring that into real life experiences. And then also students are going to have the ability to receive transcript recognition for these opportunities. What that means is that the student would be enrolled in a course. It's 0 credit, which means the students aren't paying anything for it, but it's going to follow them on their transcript forever. It's going to show future employers that that student had a position that the university feels has academic value. So it's really good for the student to have that. And again, it doesn't cost the student anything to have that recognition. It doesn't cost the employer anything for that recognition either. So when it comes to virtual internships, just think of ways and projects that students can do from home or from a computer lab or somewhere where they do not have to be on site. Think about that supervision component. How can I be really active in supervising that student and mentoring that student whenever I'm not face-to-face with them? And what kind of opportunities can I provide for them that are going to be enriching but are also going to help the community? Thank you so very much for your time today. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. Here is my contact information. But my personal email address is tammtay@siue.edu. Thank you so much, and you have a good day.